Slurp, slurp, motherfuckers. Welcome back to Talking About the Taboo with Natalie Malloy. Slurp, slurp, motherfuckers. Today is an amazing day. It is a day where you run to my podcast. You have a curious mind. You want to know more about sex and relationships. And you know what we talk about today? We talk with a friend of mine who does OnlyFans. We dive deep, no pun intended, into the world of OnlyFans. And we talk about all there is to know about what it's like to really experience that different world, as we call it. Before we run into things, though, I wanted to share with you some key statistics of OnlyFans. OnlyFans has 210 million users every single day. 500,000 people join OnlyFans. OnlyFans has 2.1 million content creators, and that's probably risen since the statistics has been shared. Many of the top OnlyFans creators make $100,000 per month or more. The average OnlyFans creator makes $151 per month. The average creator on OnlyFans has 21 subscribers, and OnlyFans has paid more than $2 billion to its creators so far. And I got this from the Earth Web, which is where we can get OnlyFans statistics, and I will share the link below. That is amazing. So I wanted to dive deep into my guests' worlds of what it's like to have subscribers who want to look at your hoo-ha every day. So stay tuned to hear more about it. Hey, hey! So, yeah, you guys heard me in the intro. Obviously, there's somebody here on the screen, this beautiful, lovely angel of a woman. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? My name is Becka Yupa, also known as Destiny Star on the OF.
Yes, yes, yes. So today is the day where we talk about the big OF, the accountant site, as you heard in my intro. I have been trying to get this girl on my episodes since I met her. we met in Vegas. She's a silly goose, and so am I. And she really grasped onto my sexual innuendos and like jokes, and it's just been great ever since. Do you guys hear her laugh? You're gonna hear her laugh a million times, and you guys are really gonna remember the tortilla challenge? You and I, and my mom was there too, and we had to put water in our mouths. And we had to slap each other with the tortillas.
Listen, this is the worst game for me because I laugh at everything for any reason.
That's why I brought it up.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. She's a blast, and I'm sure you guys will love every minute of this. So today we're diving deep into that world of OF and what it's about and what it's like and what you go through and the process of building that. What it really is a business. You're building a business for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and get going straight up. Why did you join OF? Like, what was that big decision factor for you?
So my big thing is in my life, I grew up in a super strict Christian home, and I waited till I was 23 to have sex. So, and the person that I lost my virginity to is the person that I had a child with and got married to for 10 months. But like, I had all of my firsts with this person, and like, he was an info.
Not the one.
And yeah, but he also really loved sex, and it was my first experience. So it was like we did everything, like handcuffs, like some nasty stuff that I don't even want to talk about. But I was just like very, very adventurous. And I feel like that kind of set a pace for once things didn't work out with him. It was more like I was trying to find, who I was sexually and what I liked and what I didn't like, and learning my body. And it was like this huge long, drawn out learning experience. I feel like everybody has that in their life at some point when it comes to sex and sexual things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
That's
yeah, so but I also growing up the way that I did, I feel like even though I was always like taking pictures or videos of myself, I would take them so that I could look at them and admire myself because I had a hard time accepting who I was and all of my voluptuous curves. And I
ah,
felt like, it has to start with me. I have to love myself first. So
yeah.
for years and years and years, I've always taken nude pictures of myself so that I could go back and look at them on my down days where I felt horrible about myself and be like, ooh, girl, look at this lingerie on you and your makeup and your hair. Like, you look gorgeous. And I feel like that because I was taking the pictures,
Mhm.
I was like, well, I may as well just post them and make money off of them,
Hell yeah.
right? I mean,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm a single mother, doing it all on my own. Like, let me make some extra cash. And it really does. It puts gas in my tank. It gets groceries on the table, like things that
Wow.
I need in life. But
Yeah.
I struggled for a good, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years with, is this right? Is it wrong? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Like, what's everybody going to think of me? I can't tell you how many times my mother has gotten screenshots from people at
Yeah,
church.
I totally was gonna ask you, does your family know? I mean, I see your boobies on my Facebook all the time, and I'm like, "Damn," you know? So, I'm like, "Alright, I bet she's just trying to get groceries," that's kinda how I look at it. I'm like, "Well, I get eye candy at the same time," so at least I assumed your mom knew. So people send her screenshots of you? What? That's ridicule.
Oh,
Why?
it's absolutely crazy. Listen, at the end of the day, only God can judge me. And I
Oh my
truly,
gosh.
my thoughts on this are, I mean, humans in general are beautiful, but I feel like the female body is literally art. Like God
Sexual.
crafted us with his hands at the end of the day. Like
Mm.
people have needs, and I think it's a better option. I'm gonna say for guys, because that's usually what my demographic is. But I feel like it's better for a guy to be looking at something on a screen than to actually be going and cheating, also, in my eyes.
Have your subscribers ever been, possibly men in relationships? Do you that's
I
something
had
you
a
pursue?
married man buy me a pedicure already.
Wow.
Married men buying my panties.
That's wild.
Yes. Yes.
And how do you so
Yeah.
that too, do you struggle with, like, the mentality of, "Is this right? Is this wrong?" when it comes to dealing with married men? How do you, compartmentalize that in your own brain?
I mean, I'm not fucking them.
Right.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
Mhm.
daddy's just getting me a pedicure. I mean,
Mm.
you know what I mean?
Girl, his wife's into it.
Some of them, their wife is like, yeah, go find you another girl, let's spoil her. Like some women are okay with it,
Amazing.
some aren't, some do it back behind their wives' backs. And like the one guy with the panties was married, and I was like, oof.
Yeah, that's a lot to I just like, has it changed possibly your views on men and relationships at all? Or have you maybe grown a more of like fond of the understanding of it?
Um, ugh, that's a very difficult question because for myself, like
I like to challenge
I think
our
that the viewing of anything for myself, if it's like me viewing, porn or like a guy jerking off, let's just say,
Mhm.
like I feel like that's cheating and I don't do it. You know what I mean? So, but I also like the fact that I feel like in this day and age, men have like a lot of issues that make them suicidal. Okay. And I feel like sometimes they can't even go to their significant other or their wife about these
Needs.
things in
These
their life that
needs.
are making them so sad. So I feel like they come to me and they come to my page for, okay, my wife hasn't had sex with me in years. So this is what I'm doing, like,
You know what I
in the
kinda like?
meantime.
You're their
And
sexual therapist.
Kind of, in a way. But it also is, it's something people have always come to me with their problems in life, not sexually,
Mhm.
sometimes sexually,
I
but
mean, that's why mine are all sexual. That's why I do this. I'm literally making a career out of it.
But I like being on like kind of like I don't know, the backside of things that the world doesn't get to see.
Yeah.
But then they come to you and now you're someone that they can trust and that they can confide in, and they start telling you, the different things that are going on in their lives, and you get to be here as just this happy side person who can comfort them and meet their needs to some aspect. You know what I mean? It's only a tiny little percentage and sliver, but I do feel like in some of these guys, it really does like brighten their day to be able to have someone that they can vent to on top of someone that they can release to.
Yeah, absolutely. Release their whole fucking gird,
Yeah.
Like just studying it in general, I mean, the release of the tension in the body when you finally just get to come is beyond this world. I mean, for males especially, like blue balls is a thing, 1000%, and it gets really tense for them. And like, if I don't want to have sex, I'm giving my man a blowjob. You know what I mean? Like that's that. Or I'm like, you know what? Not tonight, but let me play around, and then we'll really get into the fucking, the next days. Foreplay starts days in advance. So I really, I second your mindset on that. I think it's a beautiful thing that, virtually we can like basically really be everybody's sex therapist on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really are. And it takes too like an emotional side of things. So do you possibly have maybe some of your own emotional triggers or turmoil that you end up in this type of work?
Not really. I feel like it's easy for me to separate it. I
Nice.
mean, especially for most times, like it's like there's a sale,
Heck yeah.
and then there's a little bit of, talking afterwards and kind of like, me going back and forth, but it's always something that is then just dropped and walked away from, and I kind of leave it where I leave it, and I don't
Touch
really
it.
think about it after that.
Self-care that you have a good work-life balance, essentially.
Yeah, it has to be. I feel like mentally, you really have to be able to just kind of like turn the light switch on and off.
Yeah, but when you're turning that light switch on and off, so do you have a partner at all?
I've been seeing someone since May.
Okay, so you have someone that you've been exclusive with. Has that maybe does he know about your OF?
Oh yeah. Like the first day that I met him. I'm
Straight up.
honest almost to a fault
Yeah,
sometimes, but
same.
at the end of the day, this is who I am unapologetically, this is who I am.
Yep,
This is who I am, this
he
is
digs
what I
it, huh?
do. I felt, again, going back to how I grew up, I felt in the beginning like I need to give this guy a chance and I wanted to feel him out. So I stopped. Like I don't think I posted like anything in June or July. If I did, it was very few posts. But just because he knew about the OF, but there's like other things that I do also, and I stopped doing all the other things.
Mhm.
And then he was like, I don't care that you do this at all. Like I think it's awesome. Like chase your bag, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh, he's
Yes,
like,
yes,
we're make videos together, and I'm like.
yeah.
Maybe, but I gotta just wait and
Ooh.
see, how he reacts to, there are days I'm like in the chats that I'm a part of and making money that way. I'm like, he's sitting right next to me, and I'm just like, hold on, like, let me
Yeah,
get
I
my
wanna
feet up
suck your
here and then
cock,
censor
daddy.
it.
And then you go and suck his cock right after.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like your guys' foreplay.
It is because he's getting to see content that he's never seen before on
So
my
he's on your
phone. He's
yeah.
like, ooh.
I wanna be on there lurking. What's this? That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have a supportive partner per se, we want to call a thing. You have a supportive person in your life. I don't care who they are, whether it's a friend, whether it's a boyfriend, whatever it may be, family too. And I think it's just really important to whatever work you decide to do. I mean, put me in the picture. Everybody asks my mom, what does your daughter do? And she's like, well, she's a case manager and she also has a sex podcast. She loves it. She loves talking about my sex podcast. She promotes it all the time. And that's super odd, right? I mean, my daughter talks about sex every day. Yeah, I do, Ma. It's your fault. It's your fault. So to have somebody like that that's supportive and also is really turned on by it, I think would build confidence too in you.
Yeah, definitely.
You wanna do the nasty with him more and more. You wanna watch me, wait
Yeah.
till you see it in
Yeah.
person. I'm gonna make you really roll all the floor. You wanna buy my panties? I don't even have to pay the delivery fee. I'll show up to your
Free
front door.
shipping.
I'll still be wearing them. You wanna take them off?
He don't need to even buy the panties because he gets the real thing.
Yeah, he just gets to exactly, that's what I mean. You're gonna show up to his front door, and you're still wearing the panties. He's gonna take off the panties, and he has a panty wall of you.
Yeah.
You have an LED light, Destiny, and all your panties in a shadow box. Someone walks in. What's that pussy in here? That's right, that's my woman. I love that. I love that so much. So yeah, so also having to perform, I know that also can maybe possibly take a toll on you. How do you keep the face and put on that performance and, do it within the camera and then you go into with your, fling that you got going on right now? How do is it the same content? Like, what is that like?
Okay, it is very different worlds for me.
Okay.
And I feel like it has something to do with how I grew up. And so I'm a total sub, like in real life, like in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like making the first move ever for any reason. Like, I'm just not comfortable doing that at all. At all. And you know me. You know my personality, and I'm just so outgoing and so loud and so bubbly. But when it comes to the bedroom, I really shy completely. Now, listen, if you sit here and you be like, "Oh, you're a good girl. Like, suck daddy's cock and like do it really, really, whatever." It's
Get
like,
into it.
do it sloppy. I want it messy, whatever. Like, asking you shall receive. Like, I will bring it. I'll bring whatever you want. You tell me to climb on top, I'm a freaking ride you.
Cowboy!
But I can't make the decision myself. I cannot do it. I cannot just be like, oh, I want to ride you and then just freaking do it. But like when I'm recording content, it's usually just me. And I have to put myself out there. I know that's what sells is, I've literally gone on Google and like Googled dirty sayings that turn guys on just so that I can find new things to say and record in my videos.
I love Google. Google's helped me so much. Just like, even like just thinking of questions to ask you today. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Chat GPT or something, whatever, can sometimes do the work for you. I had Chat GPT write a dick rating for me.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I added my spaz into it, my own verbiage, but literally it does anything for you. So I'll look into that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can write, okay? So I like to do it, but see, I don't do OF to the extent of what you do it, but I have found people on Snapchat who like just want like a picture or two or whatever it may be, and I'm like, okay, how much you paying?
Yeah.
You ain't getting that for free. So anyway,
I have a whole menu, like a menu of me and what you can order.
Oh, it's like a whole plate.
Yeah.
Like a Thanksgiving, baby. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You want 5 courses? You can pick them.
Do like a little thing for Thanksgiving, like a Thanksgiving menu, and post it like a like a sale, but it's a Thanksgiving menu sale.
Yes,
And you
yes,
have,
that's a
like,
good idea.
you can eat cranberries off your titties.
And stuffing. I'm so doing it.
Please can't wait. You gotta see it. I don't know if I wanna see it all, but I wanna see what you came up with. You guys know her
Oh,
link will be in the show notes, so if you wanna see that Thanksgiving menu, you can go and see that Thanksgiving menu. Eat that shit up. Do
Gobble
you
gobble.
like, do you do any, fun themes for, like, maybe Christmas, like a Santa baby outfit or anything fun, or Halloween?
I like to do makeup on myself.
Yeah.
And I already this past December, I had like Christmas balls on my face. I like made a Christmas tree on my face. And then what I do is I take like a Christmas outfit that I have, like, Christmas sweater or like Christmas leggings, and I start like taking the pictures in that. I
Mhm.
even make my long freaking hair into a Christmas tree. And
That is
then
amazing.
I record me singing my songs fully clothed in my Christmas gear. And
Mhm.
then I literally like switch to the next gear and take off my clothes with my Christmas tree hair and get some titty shots and like, set up my ring light and make sure that I get some pussy shots with everything.
That is so creative.
Literally just thinking of everything, going from one thing to the next.
Oh, by the way, guys, she also sings, so not only is she a sexy goddess, she's also a musical genius. Beautiful voice. She sings the song "How Great Thou Art," which was my grandpa's favorite song. I listened to it. I think you just posted something with "How Great Thou Art." I don't know, something about it. You were talking about it or something, but
Yeah,
I've
I was
heard her
singing it in
sing.
my car, the
Yes, and then your
karaoke
stupid
version.
neighbor fucking
And
came in.
no, they called the cops on me.
Oh, yeah, okay, they called the cops. Like, these fucking neighbors of hers, okay, called the cops because she was singing Jesus music in her car. You know what? You need some Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, yep, for sure.
I was literally singing Jesus music. You demon, get out of here. They didn't wanna be, what is the word? It starts with an S. Didn't wanna be seduced. No, serenadedly seduced.
Right, we could take it from one to the next.
You can hear me sing Jesus music, and then I wanna show you my pussy. That is right. That's right. I love the Christmas tree hair idea too, because that's your personality that you're really adding into your work. You wanna see my pussy, you're gonna see all of me too. You're
Yeah.
literally seeing all of me, and that includes my weird Christmas tree hair-sprayed hair.
Yep, yep. I literally hang candy canes off my nipple rings, like.
That is amazing, Becca. You have such room for avenues of creativity on
Yeah.
you get to really be funny. This is what life's about, you know what I mean? It's fun. It's not supposed to be so serious all the time, and you're supposed to have a good time, and you're such a bubbly person. This is the
Mhm.
perfect thing for you. This is like, I
I
can't.
feel like I feel like a really good like quote that I had in my head many years ago is build it and they will come. That's like I cannot give out any better advice. You can literally do anything you want in life. You could be 500 pounds and have an OnlyFans. Like
Mhm,
it does not have any. There are people that are into that. If you build it, you market it, you
mhm.
network it out, do all of the things, they will come. Your people will come and they will follow you and they will pay for your thing. But if you don't build it and don't start doing it,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna happen.
You don't put the work forward. I mean, come on now. I was watching an interview of different OnlyFans creators, okay? And She had an entire page because she was disabled. People are curious, okay? Remember, guys, in the intro where I say this is a place where the curious minds run to learn about sex? People are insanely curious, and the reason why her fan base is so high is mostly because she's fucking hot, number one, but because they're curious. She built it off of her disability. Her disability became her career. How amazingly remarkable is that? She's
Yeah.
sitting there on a chair looking all sexy in lingerie, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm disabled. I can still fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
disabled, but guess what? You can just have to bob my head for me. That's okay."
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
I fucking love that. So you're right. That's really good advice.
Yeah. I literally have a friend who calls her like she calls herself peg leg because she has a peg leg. And that's like part of what she does on
That's
her
her
OF.
brand.
Is she just again build it and they will come and people absolutely adore her. I adore her. She's freaking amazing.
Episode name, Build It and They Will Come, CUM.
Yes, yes.
No, yeah.
The only way I spell come now.
Communicate. Clit-municate.
Yes.
I love my clit-municate. Also, just so you are aware, I do give all guests a free keychain, so I will be sending you one in the mail.
Oh my gosh, I can't
Yes.
wait.
So please, that's how you promote me. So just
Yes.
well, so speaking of, not being too serious, kind of getting into like the more serious stuff of being, on OF, and it's really like looking at it from a different viewpoint. There's a lot of people who have bad opinions about it. There's a lot of people who judge you, and I'm sure you've dealt with that. You do post on Facebook, you're very open about it. How's that going for you? Explain, some circumstances at which has ever happened.
I mean, multiple occasions. Like I said, people from church screenshotted it and sent it to my
Yeah.
mother.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, on Facebook, especially, you can like block certain people from seeing it, but there's no way I can block every single person from my church. You know what I
Totally.
mean? Like,
They probably want to see it.
right? Some of them probably do.
Yeah, like some of them probably when you were wearing a dress in church, were probably trying to see underneath it. I guarantee it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Freak.
listen, sometimes I think about this, like I'll like record and take like a whole photo shoot of myself in lingerie. And then like, okay, it's time to go pick up my son from school. So I'll like throw an outfit on over it. But you
Mhm.
can like still sometimes see it peeking through. I'm like, if I ever come in contact with one of my subscribers, they're gonna be like, wow, like I got to see this outfit behind the scenes and now I get to see her with it
In
out
real
in
life.
public. Just
In real life. That's what Halloween's for too, basically. Yeah, and you are a mom on top of that. What a motivation too to grind and get money, and like you said, to get groceries on the table.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
people talking shit about you are like nonsense, are freaking little itty bitty crabs in the bucket.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, ew, I could flick you.
Yeah.
You're the one who's bringing me money by commenting on my page and giving me more views. Thank you.
Exactly. Like, even if it's a negative comment, say it. It does not phase me. Everyone's gonna have their opinion, but at the end of the day, y'all aren't paying my bills. And this is. So
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
all I care
What
about.
works. Do you think that OnlyFans is the most efficient way for women to make money?
There's so many ways. There really are so many ways. But for me, ever since I started selling the jewelry, my
Yeah.
whole like mindset completely changed. And having like multiple avenues of income is absolutely what I would say anybody in life needs to do. Like, because whenever one thing runs out, like the next thing is ready to be like pulled over to the account. So like there's always money in one of my cards somewhere, depending on where the money's being sent to.
That is so cool to have do you would consider maybe OnlyFans as a somewhat passive income because you love it so much that it doesn't even feel like a job to you?
Yeah, I feel like it's something, like I said before, I've been taking pictures of myself for years and not making money off of it. So it is getting more difficult. I'm working like two jobs and trying to make money in multiple ways. So I feel like it's getting harder and harder now with all of the jobs to like make time to make the content.
Yeah.
And scheduling it around when my son goes with his father, or like I said, if he's at school. But so that is becoming an issue. But I still, at least once a week, I'm making new content. And if I have someone that's like coming, and when I make content, I'm taking like 70 or 80 different pictures in
Yeah,
different
for the
positions, and like
week.
so I can take 3 pictures from one photo shoot and post it, three on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday, and I haven't even touched a quarter of the photo shoot yet.
You still have backup from the week prior. If you didn't get to it at 1 week, you're set for because you have 80 other photos to work with.
Exactly.
Great. You got a tactic. You got a business plan down. That is amazing.
And then, like, again, while I'm doing it, I'll like map out maybe 30, 45 minutes while I'm doing this, but I take like hidden pictures where maybe my hair is covering my nipples, and
Those are
like
the ones I've seen.
I post, yeah, those are for Facebook and also for FetLife. I don't post any news on there at all. But then, like, when you go to my FetLife, my link for my OnlyFans is right there. That's where a lot of my subscribers come from, because they want to see more and they can't stand it anymore.
Yes, they're like, you know what? I gotta see the whole thing.
Yep, yep.
You
And then
egg them
even
on.
so, once they go on there, they pay their monthly fee and they get the pictures and like the little video shorts that I post. But like, if you want to see me like fucking myself with a dildo and coming, like, there's different prices for that, you know, and they can tip me and then I'll inbox it to them. But they can't just come on my OnlyFans and see that. Like,
Right,
I'm not doing
exactly.
that
Like, you
away.
need to
I'm gonna let you have a little peek in the video, but
if you want some specialty stuff, you're paying for it. Any
yep.
stuff people have requested, like shoving mashed potatoes on your titties or anything like that?
People usually don't ask me for customs, but I do have it on my menu where, like, you know, you tell me to do it and I'll do it. But even still, we're talking like $10 for one picture if I'm doing it
Nice.
specifically for you.
But I
Because
mean,
at the end of the day, that's my time to prepare, you know, to get myself together to be able to give you that sexy picture, like exactly how you want it.
have you ever done a smash cake before?
Yes. So, I think it was last May. I was talking to a guy who his mom lived up here and he lived down in North Carolina, and his birthday was in May. And somebody in one of the chats that I was in said like a happy birthday with this really skinny girl, and she had like cake all over her nipples and like in her crotch. And I was like,
Ooh, you so
oh,
fancy.
I'm doing this. I'm doing it.
So you took your titties and went, "Bloop, let me lick it off."
I literally, yes, because I can lick my own nipples. So I like just rubbed it all over me, took
Amazing.
my pictures, was sucking it off my fingers, you know,
Wow.
and then I literally took it and it was in there. And I'm taking videos, I'm taking pictures. I got all kinds of different whatever, and then there was cake and icing everywhere, and it took me longer to clean it up than I
Cleanup
actually was
crew,
taking pictures and
but it
videos.
was fun. It was worth it. You know, my man's birthday is coming up. I should do like a smash cake with him. I ain't putting it nowhere near my vag because I'm so sensitive. I have to use specific friggin' lube, okay? But I
I'm
should
sensitive
do
too. I did not put it inside, but
just
I
the
did put it on like the outside of my
yeah,
lip.
like
And then
maybe
I took my
like
fingers and like did a little spready poo.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it is in there.
I fucking love that. The only thing as far as I've gotten to, like, posting, like, seductive photos was my photo I did, like, a breakup Valentine's Day photo shoot a couple years ago, and I had a "fuck you" cake, and I put my middle finger up, and I, like, went, like, you know, like, eh, and I was holding the "fuck you" cake. That was amazing. That built my confidence so much, and you even said to yourself that you started off taking photos of yourself because you loved it. It built the confidence in you. It made you
Yep.
feel like no one else really ever could.
Yep.
You installed this beauty called confidence,
Yeah. Yeah.
and maybe that's what it takes. is to put your foot forward and be like, I fucking love myself.
Yeah.
I'm hot
Yep.
as fuck.
Yeah. Yep. And other people are gonna think so too.
Hell yeah, they are. So how
Yeah.
many DMs do you get a day, or the subscribers, and what's that like, managing, conversating with them and then kind of going back to regular conversation? Like, do you talk sex all the time, or do they just want to talk about life? Like, what's that?
It's pretty much a roller coaster. You have some that are like strictly there for talking about sex, and then you have some that are like, okay, I just need this couple minutes right now. And then after that, like, let me just tell you about my day. And like, that's cool too. At the end of the day, just don't take up too much time. Because there are a lot of guys in my DMs, and it really does. And that's another thing. On top of guys, I have my friends, and I have to make time for them, and the guy I'm seeing, and my mother. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and your kiddo.
I need to spread myself out as best as I possibly can, and I do all these, chats and messenger too. And I'm an admin in one of them, so like,
Very nice.
staying on top of it, at the end of the day, it's a business, and it's what's making me some really good money right now. So I feel like it absolutely is something I need to be putting my time into, but juggling it all is definitely
A struggle.
difficult.
Yeah, and that's why people say too, like, OnlyFans is easy. No, the fuck it's not. OnlyFans is a business. Do you own a business where you have to use your body every single day? You know how emotionally and physically exhausting that is?
Yeah.
I always have, like, I mean, hey, I love my body, but like, it is exhausting. It is hard. It is a business plan. You have to time manage. You have to budget. You literally have your own bookkeeping with who you make, who makes you the most money. You have to, log in and log out, and that takes self-discipline. With your job, you have a boss, okay? No, in this job, you are your own boss. You have to force yourself. If the 7 a.m. is the only time you have the time to record that day, you're getting your ass up and you're recording, and you're looking good at 7 o'clock in the morning in whatever it may, naked in your birthday suit or in the lingerie. It's a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yep.
fucking business that takes a lot
Yep.
of work, a lot of effort, and you love it, but like you just said, it's difficult
Yeah.
juggling it all.
Yeah, definitely.
Doing everything for, the money of it, the reward of it. I think that's the grind. I think any job is the grind, the reward.
Yep. I know I said before about, you're kind of your own networker and marketer and all that. So like, for me to get new subscribers, I do find myself like adding myself into groups. Like, the more people in it, the better. And then I'm taking the censored pictures. You can't really have censors on Facebook. So I just, like, I'll put my hands over, use my hair to cover, but I post those pictures in groups. Like, that is all part of networking myself and marketing, at the end of the day. And then you got to come up with like sexy things to say, because sometimes it's not even in how you look in the photo, but it can just be the words that you're saying.
The caption's the most difficult part.
Yeah, and you know what? Coming up with a different one every single day that's like not exactly the same as what you said yesterday.
Well, now you're gonna have to put, build it and they will come, and you're gonna have to play with blocks, and you're gonna have a block build up, and the block's gonna cover your vagina, and you're gonna play with blocks.
Yeah. We do the Thanksgiving feast with cranberries on my titties.
Can't wait. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you're gonna do that. Suck it up, baby. Welcome to my cranberry field.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna get a Halloween costume and take some pictures in that also, because like, again, I got the whole Christmas roster, and I got like Christmas lights and Christmas tree hair and all the things, but like, and I have Valentine's Day photo shoots that I've done, but now I'm like, I need to do some spooky stuff.
What people are into, the scream masks right now.
Yeah, yep.
They love, I know you're like a sub in real life, but like more of a dom on the screen,
Yeah.
which is amazing. People love like scream masks. So maybe you can be like like, I don't know if you can get your boothing to do like a photo shoot with you where, you know, he's wearing the scream mask and he's choking you. Like he's not even in it. It's just got the
Yeah.
mask on. See, that is
Yeah.
so, I'm telling you right now, people will love that.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
so into it. They like, some men are into the scared woman look. For real.
Yeah.
It gets to the consensual. It's consensual, non-consensual.
Yes, yes, yes. You
It's
make it
really,
look like it's non-consensual, but you really want
yeah,
it.
you can fake blood, and you can get blood
Yeah,
all
the
over your
nice
tatas.
and
Oh my god, you can give a blowjob with fake blood. That's kind of far, maybe.
right? I wonder how horrible it would be if I just used ketchup or something.
Oh, gross. You know, I should invent colored lube. Lube's always just some boring tan or clear color. Why don't I
Yeah,
invent flavored lube that actually is the color of it, like watermelon? It's like red or green,
yeah.
and pink can be like pink starburst.
Mm,
Would you buy it?
hell yeah, I would.
Colored lube? I'm honestly, I'm gonna patent it because I I've been thinking of like ideas for my own brand. Now, how the hell will I make sex toys? You know, I do a sex toy of the week, which when you actually fully watch this episode, you will be able to see it. We're going to be surprised with some of that. You know, how do I build my empire? How do I have my own sex toys? And right now I just review sex toys from people off of Amazon that give it to me and I review it, and it's a free toy. But I want to sell my own stuff. I have, you know, shirts and keychains and whatnot, but I promote all these other products and I'm like, let me do some research. Let me do my own product. Why don't I do that? And high brain really gets you going with creativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Merging forward. So I had told you earlier that we love doing Reddit stories on here, and this is something that I've kind of implemented. So the first story is on subreddit vent. So this is where they're coming to just vent, whether about it's like a bad opinion or a good opinion. And this is labeled OnlyFans might ruin your future. So I was like, okay, let me give it a read. It said, I know several people with OnlyFans accounts preparing for STEM fields, law. I understand that some make a shit ton of money from it. Many among these some understand that and think that it is a money fountain where dudes will happily always throw their money at them without realizing that unless you've built something sustainable from that money, you might end up far worse financially than where you began from. Most reputable institutions wouldn't overlook that. If you generally want to do it for a living, go ahead. I'm all for it. But the whole thing, doing it for the money, might have a very sour ending when reality hits. OnlyFans isn't just sex, I get that, but overwhelming majority of the content there is sexual lewd nature. I don't think an 18-year-old should be exposing him/herself there without assessing and thinking about it thoroughly. See, he's going really young here. Oh, weirdo. As we speak, a coworker is going through it. Before starting, I told her about the consequences and whether she's willing to go for it. She did, and now she's struggling to find a job in her field, law. Some even gave her the reason as to why they wouldn't go ahead with her, which was that she wouldn't fit with the company's culture. The percentage of users actually making good money is petite. To have an OnlyFans that's actually $2,000 plus a month is better than being in unemployment, but it will chase you for the rest of your life. This isn't an attack to OF content creators. Do you? However, it is naive not to realize that fast money goes fast, especially if there isn't financial literacy to go with it. Ask professional athletes that lost hundreds of millions. Even business people make your money, learn how to make it work for you and live a good life, unless you want people to use you as a horror story example. I understand the concept behind OF and the whole scarcity factor that makes it appealing to some men, but I wouldn't work the way I work to just give it to someone for showing me their naked body or have sex on cam. And that's just me. Ooh, that's deep.
That's someone who has no idea what they're talking about.
Just like giving their fucking opinion. No one asked you.
That definitely sounds like it's coming from a man.
It 1000% is a man. It is a man. It's just a throwaway account. It's a throwaway account, so it's anonymous.
Oh, of course. So we don't even got balls either.
No, most of the people on Reddit don't. One of the comments said, I think about this a lot for all of the young girls starting OnlyFans accounts. It's definitely something they need to consider that could happen in the future. You know, that's funny they say that. I know OnlyFans is like, more nude, but in my interview for my case management job that I work with children, I put on there related experience this podcast. Yeah. Yeah. I put that I have a sex podcast. And did they ask me about it? Absolutely. I said, yes, this is a hobby, but it also will be turning into a career in my career trajectory. I want to be a sex therapist. Currently, I'm a sex coach. I talk and speak with many sex therapists, people who work in the sex industry. It's very intriguing to me. And they're like wowed by it. It's normal now, honest to God.
Yeah.
But teachers and nurses have gotten fired for this, and it's scary. I'm like, why? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I guess that is something that I didn't think of, but like I don't know, I'm not using my real name on there. Most of
Mhm.
the people are coming from my pet life, which also says my name is Destiny Star. Like I don't know, I just feel like I even post it on my actual Facebook, to market it and have the link to my OnlyFans on there. But I still have two really good jobs, and I don't think they care about what I do on the side as long as I'm not doing it there.
Yep, as long as you're not, exploiting yourself at work. I mean, maybe you're on your chats, chatting away sometimes, but I mean, if you're not making it known that you're at that job and then you're at that company and exploiting that company, I don't see anything wrong with it. And I don't really think they would either.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you want to fire me? Fire me. Like I'll find another way to make money. I'll
Literally.
find someone to love me for me.
I'll just use it as a way on my OnlyFans, make people feel bad for me. I'll just do like running makeup down my face. Oh my God, just got fired from my job. Pay me while I fuck myself with the dildo.
Tell all your friends about me. Like at the end of the day, get them
Yeah.
to subscribe and buy my videos. Like
Don't worry. I'm going to put your name down below. Reminder, guys, it will be down below. Okay. Another comment on the same post says, it is incredibly true. Okay. Ew. Just because OF became mainstream doesn't mean that professional careers like lawyers, doctors, politicians, and others will be welcoming. It's worrisome because once that stain is on you, you become a pigeonholed into that kind of industry or an industry that doesn't care about it, which wouldn't be a professional one. I'm sure these managers are aware of how much of a bad look it will be to have a client sit down and realize their lawyer showed them their asshole for $40 on the internet 2 years ago. I think they'll trust you better.
oh my god.
You gotta get on Reddit, Becca. You really do. You would love it.
I sold a lot of butthole pics.
Is your okay, big question because this goes back to my past, my very, very first episode. Is there hair around your butthole?
Listen, if there is, it's shaved. I shave my whole body.
You're just a clean, sexy machine.
yeah.
I can't
Like
even
literally, I just like swipe down there, just in case.
I really worry about people like when I'm having sex with my boyfriend and I mean like any of the men that I've had sex with though, and it's doggy style. And I'm like, I know my butthole is clenching in and out right now. And I know you're staring at it. And I know there's hair back there. What if
They
there's a
don't
little
care.
deep?
They're looking at your cheeks. That's it. They just want to look at them cheeks while you're just backing it up on them.
Yeah, actually, I have a butt, so I feel like my cheeks are covering the asshole a lot. I mean, you can still obviously see it if I'm like pushing out my back. But like I worry that I got like a little dingleberry on there sometimes. I'm super self-conscious about my asshole, so you selling pictures is so courageous.
No, listen, here's the thing though. You have to understand, like when I take my pictures, I got like a 5-second timer on and I press the button on the camera and I get into position. Then I get out of position and I look at it. Because there's sometimes you have no idea how many times I'm like, that's the hottest picture, but there's like a white hole punch piece of paper, like smack dab right down there, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Or like some sort of lint from a shirt that got stuck on the floor that's now like right there looking like a mole or something. I'm like, I know I don't have a mole down there. But I gotta take it off, get into the same position, and try and take the same exact photo.
You just stare at
the
your
right way.
That is hilarious. Do you do like actual butt stuff too and take pictures of your butt with like maybe like a dildo or a butt plug or anything like that too? Or is it just like pictures straight up of your booty hole?
I can't do dildos in my butt because
Me
my
either.
butthole's so tight. But I did listen. I was
Hear
so
that,
proud
guys? Your
of
butthole's
myself.
tight. You better go look at it.
I was so proud of myself. I got like a 3-piece like anal trainer set, and they have like the oil spill heart like gems, right? I was like, oh, these are gonna look beautiful, my juicy booty, right?
Yep.
They came, and the first one I pulled out was the medium sized one, and I was like this is not going in me. But I thought it was the big one, right? Then I pull out the next one, and it's the big one, and I was like, who can fit this in their butt? Who can fit this in their butt? I just can't. Then I pulled out the small one, and I'm like, this looks way smaller on Amazon. Yo, one story that I'll always say is earlier this year, the 3-piece anal trainer set came, and I was like taking my pictures the hour before my son got off the bus. And I put this thing in my butt. Now listen,
Oh my God.
I will come in 45 seconds with one of those in. I can come and come and come and come, which is unlike me. I usually can come once and that's it. But with the anal things in, oh my gosh. Like, I'm telling you, just coming over and over, like squirting everywhere. The first time I used this earlier this year, I could not get it out. It was
Oh my
time
God.
to go to the bus stop to get my child. And I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm going to have to go to the ER and explain myself.
Oh my God, did you? Oh my God, you got it out?
I was praying to Jesus, and I was like, listen, this may not have been the smartest idea, but I'm really trying to relax here. Can you please just help me get it out so I don't got to make this a big ordeal?
Did Jesus come through?
He sure did. I did not get my kid off the bus. He had to walk. It's only like 3 minutes home,
Oh,
but
okay.
he had to walk it. And I finally got it out and then like walked out and put a dress on because I'm in lingerie, I'm like half naked. I can't go outside like that. I throw on a dress real quick, walk outside, and my son's like, why didn't you come get me? And in my head,
I was
I'm
thinking a
thinking,
dookie.
well, the story's pretty funny, but I can't tell you. So
I was pooping out a diamond.
that's what I told him. I said, I had to poop. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. But yeah, listen, I totally do all that stuff. And it's like a little out of my comfort zone, but listen, I have fucked myself with a cucumber. Okay?
Okay,
Like
no, tell me more about that because
I'm gonna tell you all about it, girl, because let me tell you. First of all, let me just take you back to the beginning when you were in the store, right? And you're like looking at the cucumbers and like any normal person that's looking at the cucumbers is like, all right, I want to get a big juicy one because I'm gonna eat it, right? I'm like, okay, that one looks way too big. Whoa, not getting that one. And I'm like trying to find the perfect cucumber dick is what I was looking for. And then I just started feeling really like shy about the register when I was scanning it. Like nobody knows what I'm gonna do with this.
I have someone who used a Red Bull can and got it stuck in her vag. A Red Bull can. You know how thick those bitches are?
Yeah, I know.
It crushed and she couldn't get it out. Yeah. Yeah. The large ones, not the small Red Bull cans.
You gotta, I'll never let go, Jack, when you're working with stuff like that.
Your asshole said nope, but Jesus said, Jesus, take the butt plug. Take it from my anal hole. I need to pick my kid up from the butt.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Well, so the cucumber was a great experience.
Did you put a condom on?
I got some crazy awesome footage, videos, like shorts, long ones, like just so much awesome stuff. And it was crazy because obviously afterwards, some people were like, "Oh, did you eat it?" And I'm like, "No, like I did not eat it." That's a little weird, but
Did you?
I felt like almost bad for throwing it away. Cause like I
Why
was a
didn't
little
you just
attached
wash
to it.
it?
I was like, you just gave me all these orgasms. Like I don't want to throw you out.
Name it. Name all your cucumbers.
I love you, Pookie.
Come back soon, please. I'm gonna throw you away, but please plant the seed so I can get a fine apple just like you.
Right. I'd like to try Junior next time.
You ever seen a bag of mini cucumbers? Like you could be like, you know what? I could do all sizes, even if you got a tiny penis.
You could use the mini one in your butt, but I'd have to like plug a string to it or something like a tampon so I could get it out.
Also, I would not do that because that will get stuck in your bum. And I have just watched too many like trips to the ER, like the show, whatever. The ER shows, people getting shit stuck, or when like so this piercer that I used to know, he went and he was underneath these two individuals he pierced, and her vagina piercing was stuck to his dick piercing, and he had to go under them and get it out. And like he was still, so the man was still inside the woman. So when he unhooked them and came out, what do you think came all over his face? Came all over his face. He was under them, unhooked the piercings. Now, mind you, this is like 3:00 in the morning calling your piercer. He comes over to unhook them. You imagine? And then he gets cum all over his face.
Oh my gosh.
So just don't put cucumbers in your booty hole. I would not recommend. Those will get stuck in there, and it really will plant a seed in you, and you'll be stuck with that cucumber forever. It will make babies in you.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't risk the penis. AKA cucumber. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got probably like one more Reddit story, and we're gonna grind it out after that.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. This one is from just a random Reddit story. Random Reddit. I think it says random. Yep. And the title is I'm tired of people looking down on me for doing OnlyFans. So this is like a reverse effect of the other. Not here to advertise it. Yes, I'm doing it for easy money, and I don't see what's wrong with that. It's not my fault I have a never-ending debt because of my gone parents. It's not my fault I have 2 siblings in middle school that I need to take care of and pay for all their fucking stuff. I can't just work in a McDonald's getting paid $10 an hour. I need to provide and do everything when I'm only 19, and what the fuck am I supposed to do? Live on the streets with 12-year-olds? What am I supposed to do if I have nothing but to sell my body? And now people in college found out about it, told everyone, and are calling me a whore or a slut or whatever, as if they wouldn't do the same thing if they were in my position. Even my friends tell me I don't know how to respect myself, and I know they don't like me anymore, even if they don't say it, and I still know. And they say no guy would ever date me because I did my OnlyFans and porn regardless of my personality or looks. People in school just humiliate me for doing it and say stuff about me behind my back when they don't know anything about me. Like, you don't even know what I'm going through. I look at Insta and I see every girl my age living the privileged life and having fun while I'm miserable doing whatever I can to get money. Sorry, I just needed somewhere to rant. I just feel so fed up and I don't know what to do. Oh, that girl's going through it.
Yeah, but I feel like that little comment she made at the end very much so makes it seem like she doesn't enjoy doing it. Like, you
Mm.
know, I was taking pictures and videos of myself long before I started selling them, like just so I could love myself and appreciate myself. And I told you I fought for a few years, like really questioning if it was something that I wanted to do, if it was right or wrong. God was gonna hate me for doing it. Like, but at the end of the day, I like doing it.
You
I
like
like
you.
doing it. I like seeing myself in that light. I like stepping into those shoes for even if it's only a moment. And I like that I can take an hour of my day and I can post it somewhere. I can post teasers and try and make more money that way. And I can sell the same content over and over and
And
over
over
and
again.
over again and continuously can like keep making money. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer. Even if I ever stop doing OnlyFans, I'm still gonna make the content. I'm still gonna take pictures of myself and videos because I like to appreciate myself.
Exactly. And people literally think it's about, oh, you don't respect yourself. No, it's actually because
The
I do.
opposite. It's the opposite. I very much so respect myself.
Yeah,
I
I want to know.
respect myself completely.
Yeah, that's literally it. Is that you're giving people the beauty of your body because you want them to see how fucking delicious it looks.
Hmm.
That's literal. That's exactly it. And some people, I mean, it seems like this girl here is kind of doing it because she feels like she has to, and there's a difference between wanting to and having to do something. Like, do I
Yeah.
really want to every single day go to my case management job? No, but I know that it's a stepping stone to my end career, my end goal, and it gives
Hmm.
me the flexibility to do this.
Yeah.
And you
Yep.
know what I mean? We all do things maybe we don't necessarily want to do, but you find something that you really love, and this is what you love. This is your thing. And, you know, people to I know people judge you and your church friends and whatever it may be because that's not their preference, and you know what? They probably don't love themselves.
Hmm.
They probably get no action at home, and they probably have no
What a
sex.
miserable life.
Yeah. Probably have no sex toys, no lube at all, and no education, and it sucks because you could be religious and still sexual.
Yep. Yep. Listen, that's probably why they're so miserable, is because they don't get off enough,
That's exactly
honestly.
it, and I told you we
I'm
both.
miserable when I don't get off.
Me too. I was so horny yesterday, my boyfriend fucked me, and all of a sudden today I'm better.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. That's how it works.
I was feel like I was being so mean yesterday, but he fucked me so hard before I went to bed. I was like, "Shh."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It literally takes some dicking down sometimes, and it does not mean
All the time.
The Lord can hate you. Yes. Like, people, have their own opinions about it, and I'm not, like, repping on the, you know, Christians or any religious people who have anything to do with, like, different type of sexual, things in the nature, but you could be Christian and into Jesus, God, Allah. I don't even know what all the gods there is, Allah, whatever it's called, and still be a sexual person, and that's okay because sexuality is an expression of your personality, and I think that you've expressed it so religiously and beautifully at the same time, and it's a gorgeous thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I do listen, at the end of the day, I take nudes of myself and I love Jesus. I really do. I love him with my whole heart. And maybe he's not so happy with me, but
Well, you know what? He's helping you out because you pray to him to get that thing out of your butthole.
yeah, I did. And you know what?
He came
Honestly,
through.
like there are so many times I can't even tell you. Like the week of my birthday, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I need money to go out and party and like have a good
Mhm.
time. And I woke up the one day to like 6 new subscribers, and I was like, yes, this is
Amazing.
amazing. Like, at the end of the day, whenever I need money for anything, it's like I go check the OF and I'm like, oh, there's $60 like into my account. Like, that's going to be my
You built
groceries
it.
and gas money, like that I need right now. It works out. God is always providing, even in all the ways that I make money.
So, Miss Destiny, is there anything else you would like to share with people who are watching, and just anything you want to tell them?
Well, I feel like I said it already, but stop waiting and just do it. I tell people that all the time. I think Nike's so rich and well off. Like they just did it. You just have to
Mhm.
do it. I've met so many people, and it doesn't even have to be related to, starting an OnlyFans or whatever, but like in anything in life,
Yeah.
like just do it. Whatever it is, whatever the thing is, stop making excuses. Like, oh, well, I need a light, or I need a microphone, or I need all this stuff. I need all these parts. Go get them and do what you need to do. But start now. Like at the end of the day, when I first started selling the jewelry, I was using a lamp, a tiny little lamp to light my way. Once I found a $10 ring light, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a whole new world. And
Yes.
it was only $10. And in my head, I thought it was going to be this super expensive thing to look professional, but it's not. Just do the thing. Just start it. You got to start somewhere. And if it's something that you're passionate about, you just got to do it.
Build your
Just
empire and they will come.
yeah.
That's just the most amazing thing about it, and the thing with resources too. You don't need that much. You need you, and you need your personality, and I can attest to that myself. My equipment's not great, but over the time, if you've been following me in my podcast, it has gotten so much better. Like I have a fucking studio.
Yes, yes.
What? What? You know what I'm like, I am so grateful to have what I have, and I have what I have because I built it and people came.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
I love that advice. Thank you so much for coming on. This was
Yes,
so
thank you
amazing.
for having me so much. And listen, think of it this way. You're doing your thing, right?
Mhm.
Eventually, you're going to blow up and people are going to start finding you that have the equipment that you want that's now
Mhm.
old to them, and they're gonna be like, yo, this girl's amazing and she's doing her thing, like I'm just gonna bless her with it, and you're just gonna start getting packages at your house
Oh my
of
gosh.
all the things that you need. Speak it into existence.
Oh, yes.
It
Oh,
can
yes.
happen.
Yeah, please, internet gods, I'd like an iPad, I'd like a very expensive microphone, I'd like new headphones, I would also like a new mouse for my computer, um, I'd also like a new computer, I'd also like a camera.
It can happen.
Yes, it will happen. It will. It'll be at my front door tomorrow, and not because I ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I love that you came on. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I freaking miss you and I love you so much.